I wanted to make this video to do a quality comparison between a first generation Hermes 3000 from the late 50s, early 60s and a third generation Hermes 3000 from the 1970s. Now, even though these machines were made by the same company, the span of time has, it's actually interesting to see that most of the components don't interchange. There's a substantial quality difference between the two typewriters. I've taken one apart here. This is a Hermes 3000 from third generation as well. So that is that. That one has a robotic font. It's not the right term for it, but you know what I mean. And that one has a techno font, and that one has a standard pica font. I haven't checked that one yet. This one I picked up not too long ago from an elderly lady who had it since the 1970s, and I got some nice perks with it as well. Anyways, I'll get into that later. But getting into the subject I wanted to talk about in this video is, yes, the quality between these two typewriters are substantially different. This machine is made of metal body paneling. If you look at the mechanical components and you compare it to this, even though design wise it looks very similar, the actual built material is different. Still the original Hermes spool there, by the way, just a side note there. So I'll remove it and we'll look at the way this assembly is constructed. For example, this is the ratchet mechanism for the spool. Now, as you can see, there is a guide plate, there's the actual gear, there's the auto reverse mechanism, and it's all metal. Now we move over to the newer Hermes 3000. We're looking at a very flimsy plastic construction. I mean, this is almost toy-like. And as sad as it is, Hermes did not stick with their quality, and it dwindled in experience, it dwindled in performance. Of course, that said, any mechanical typewriter, as long as they can be worked on, can be made to work. But as you can see, this is plastic. This is very flimsy plastic. It's what you would expect. I mean, Lego has better plastic than this typewriter. Oh, and this machine from the 60s still has, nice thick padding on the inside, metal casting. Even the carriage return lever, if you look at the design, it's just rougher around the edges. It feels flimsier. It's hollow. While with this, you get a solid piece of metal. It's beefier. It feels better. And, I love both of these machines. At the end, they're still manual typewriters. But it's interesting to see how quality control dwindled over a period of, let's say, 15 years. And even in the 1970s, or by the 1970s, with the introduction of IBMs and such, that the focus was shifted. And these already took second place. And how do you see that? Well, by this point, Hermes was also dishing out electric typewriters, and they were refining their technology, but that wasn't reflected in their portables because they were already on their way out. And I think that is a big aspect of why these machines were made cheaper. Anyways, this is just a bit of a ramble, my thought on the matter. Please stay tuned. I'm going to do videos on both of these typing samples. But yeah, this is just the thought that came through my mind, and I wanted to share it with you.